Apple stock's up slightly today on the news that it signed a deal with MP Materials to secure $500 million worth of rare earth materials, bolstering its supply chain with a company that's now got the Pentagon as its biggest shareholder. But despite a good day, Apple stock is down for the year and is actually one of the worst performing members of the Mag7, lagging only behind Tesla. So that's got investors asking, what is going on with Apple? Now, the big question mark is around its ability to continue to grow and innovate. But what do the numbers, the hard data, actually tell us? Well, let's break it down. When we look at the surface, Apple appears actually to be pretty steady. In its Q2 report, Apple in fact posted a 5% total revenue growth. Now, when you break that down, it had a very slight increase in iPhone sales. iPad sales were up 15%, although other accessories were weak. If you took a look at the Apple Watch sales, they were down. And then do you remember Apple Vision Pro, which is the immersive AR/VR headset? No, we almost forgot about it too. Where there is much better news is around services. When you look at the division that produces iCloud, Apple Music and the App Store, revenue there was actually up 12% for the quarter, and the outlook for it remains pretty strong. So if the fundamentals are at least holding steady, why is the stock down, and why does Wall Street appear to be unsure? Because when you take a look at the buy rating that analysts give to the name, the number is down. In May, about 63% of analysts had the company rated a buy. It's down to just over 50% in July. Now, the ambiguity is coming from the fact that certain areas of Apple's business model just aren't performing that well. Take, for example, Apple losing money on Apple TV+, and that's despite hits such as Severance and Ted Lasso. Then, of course, there is tariffs, which could add $1 billion in the company's cost structure, part of the drive behind today's announcement. There's also two more things, the issue of China being the first one. Apple has been seeing declining revenues and market share in that major market. And then last but not least, there is AI. And of all of the Mag7 stocks, the one that's had the least compelling, least exciting, and perhaps least clear AI strategy has been Apple. So much so that investors are starting to debate whether they should nudge Apple to try and start making some acquisitions. Now, this is a company that doesn't do a lot of M&A. Its last big deal was the acquisition of headphones maker Beats for $3 billion, and that was about 10 years ago. So July 31st, a big date we're going to be watching, eagerly waiting to see if there's any AI strategy clarification. Come back for more.